Surprise! My husband and I are moving out of our apartment. We left our jobs and now we're going traveling. About 2 months ago, we had an idea that we should just go to Bali for a month, which turned into us just deciding that we should go traveling for like 4 months. So that's what we're doing. Since we're all moved out of our apartment, we had to stay a few days at our brother and sister-in-law's. Friday morning, we finished off any chores we needed to get done, finished packing up, and then my father-in-law dropped us off at the airport. Look at Jackson taking both suitcases. I saw Starbucks and I was so excited, but we didn't have time to stop. As soon as we stepped foot outside of our bagging area, we were getting hassled. Actually, not us. My husband was getting hassled left and right by so many people. They were all trying to sell him things and he just kept walking and they didn't even look at me. So I don't know if they were too intimidated because he was there so they didn't want to talk to me. Or I don't know. Anyway, so we had to walk to our hotel, which wasn't far. It was just like across the street from the airport. But I understand now why they recommend not taking suitcases and to just have a backpack, because on the roads and like the little footpaths and everything, it was so hard taking our suitcases because it was all uneven and broken. But we made it to our first little villa and it was really cute. Like the architecture here is so beautiful. We got some dinner and I had watermelon juice and then some noodles as well. And then my husband had sauteed chicken and some vegetables. We were absolutely pooped, so we just went straight to bed, showered, got ready for bed. And then the next morning we had to quickly pack up and then go get breakfast after we got ready. This villa was really nice because they provided breakfast. So we had some fruit, toast, eggs, and sausage, and they took our order the night before so that when we came down, it was all ready to go. Our driver picked us up from our hotel and then took us down to the port where we're going to be getting a ferry to go to Nusa Ceningan. Nusa Ceningan? I think I'm saying it right. I'm probably wrong though. I was so nervous for this boat ride. I thought I was going to get so sick, so I took some Dramamine. I wore like these little bands on your wrist. It's supposed to be like acupuncture or something to help you not get sick. Anyway, it was completely fine. I didn't get sick at all. Also, look at all these little fishies. They're so cute. There were so many of them in the water. We sat up on top of our boat, and it was really nice because we got a lot of air and fresh air. But we did get really burned, which I was surprised about. So I was like, we're not out in the sun for that long. Like, we're not going to get that burnt. But spoiler, we did. The people standing in front of us started smoking cigarettes, which is fine, whatever, do whatever you want to do. But then, like, they started ashing on us, and, like, the ash flew into my husband's shirt and stained his white shirt. Like, that's so annoying. The view on the way over was so beautiful, and look at this water. It's gorgeous. I cannot wait to get out and start snorkeling. We got off of our boat, and I felt so bad for all of the workers. They were so hardworking, and they had to carry our suitcases up out of the sand. And then here's Jackson taking our suitcases up out of the sand. And I just had the job of watching our suitcases while he carried everything. So from there, we got another driver who took us over to Yellow Bridge. And then from Yellow Bridge, we had to walk across it with our suitcases. And then from there, our other driver came and picked us up and then took us to our final hotel where we're going to be for the next few weeks. This island, though, is so stunning. I'm pretty sure these are farm fields. I forget what they farm, but I'm like 85% sure that's what it is. I remember reading about it. Oh yeah, and here is Yellow Bridge. Again, having heavy suitcases, it was really rough trying to carry it across on all of this uneven flooring. But what can you do? Our villa is so gorgeous, and I'm so excited to be here for the next few weeks. I'm really happy with it. My husband booked everything, got all of the drivers, set everything up, and I kept asking him, I was like, what do you want me to do? What can I do? And he just tells me to sit there and look pretty. And you know what? That's what I do. As I said that, he goes, that's not true. You helped. He's so sweet. Anyway, we love our villa. The one downside, though, as you can see, is that there's like an open window skyline kind of thing. So a bunch of mosquitoes are getting in. We just spray the room with bug spray and stuff, and hopefully that will help. Then we dropped off our stuff and got ready to go to the beach. So we hired a scooter, and thankfully Jackson just got his international driver's license so we can properly do this. He was nervous about driving, but I'm really glad that he did it instead of me because I am not a good driver, but he did a really good job and it was a lot of fun. This beach club was so gorgeous. The views were great, the food was great, the drinks were great. We absolutely loved it here. We're definitely going to be back here, coming here quite a few more times, I imagine, in the next few weeks. My only complaint is that the cool water. It was very cloudy, like you couldn't even see the bottom. You couldn't see from like your hip down because the water was so cloudy. That made me a bit nervous. Like I still got in the water, you know, but I'm just really hoping it was a salt water and maybe that's why it was a bit cloudy. I don't know, whatever, it's not gonna kill me, we'll be fine. Yeah. After hanging out here for a bit, we went back to our resort and I met this little kitty cat. He was so cute. He's been hanging around our room and I'm just so excited. I'm absolutely in love with him. This has been the best part of Bali so far. We chilled out for a bit and then we got dressed and ready. Here's a quick little fit check. Oh, you think it's a dress? Nope, it's pants. Went and had some dinner at this diving club resort. We had to walk there. We didn't have to walk there. We chose to walk there because it was like a 3-minute walk. We met a guy who can teach us how to dive, and that was really exciting. So we had a really nice chat with him. And then we came back home and I journaled, and now we are in bed ready to start another day. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another Bali vlog. Okay, sorry, that was so dumb. So these are my friends. I named this one Kitty and the dog is Dog. They live at our hotel and every single time I see them, I am so excited. Anyway, I started off the day with some brekkie and then we went to a spa and they actually came and picked us up on their scooters, which was so fun. So for our spa day, we got a Balinese massage, pedicures, and I got eyelash extensions. My husband got his beard shaved. Oof, wow, I'm looking real greasy in this video. I ended up ruining my pedicure about 5 seconds after walking out of the spa, but you know what? We live, we laugh, we love. After the spa, we ended up going to another beach club. Surprise, complete shocker, I know. This one is so beautiful, right on the edge of the water. We hung out here for a couple hours. I got a poke bowl and heal my gut smoothie. It was something, I don't know, I forget what it was called, but it was like heal my gut, something like that. But it was super yum. Jackson got some fish and chips. Here he is showing off his pedicure. You guys want to hear a funny story? It's actually not a funny story at all. It's really embarrassing and I probably should not be telling this story. But we're getting a massage, right? So I'm face down in the bed. I have a bit of a stuffy nose. And you know how gravity works? Well, a bunch of snot was hanging out of my nose while I was getting my massage. It was so disgusting. Luckily, I've been carrying tissues with me everywhere. And so I had to like discreetly grab that out and blow my nose. But worst day of my life. Anyway, Jackson's been getting a lot better on the moped. He is not letting me drive though. Isn't that rude? But I don't have an international license, so that's probably why. Anyway, we went back to our hotel on Ceningan and I got to hang out with the kitty cat and I did some journaling. Kitty is so funny. She'll be like watching the birds and then try to jump up on them. Like she'll sneak up behind them. Actually, I think he's a he. I don't know. We showered and got ready for dinner and then went to another beach club. We missed sunset because we took too long. We kind of fell asleep for a little bit. We were just being on the sun. We're tired. I ordered some chicken. Jackson got a pizza. Classic. He always gets one. And then we made friends with this little dog. I named her Chicken because I fed her some of my chicken. At least someone got to enjoy it because my tummy was hurting. I feel like my tummy is always hurting, to be honest. Every single time we have passed this beach bar since, I'm always looking for Chicken because I love her. She's the cutest thing in the entire world. Anyway, this beach club is really cool. You can actually see out on the water where all of the seaweed farmers are because it's now low tide. Oh, well, okay, we're jumping videos. So here is the next morning. I'm showing you how I brush my teeth here in Bali because you can't use any of the water because you might get sick. So you have to use bottled water, which is super fun and exciting. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm using bottled water to brush my teeth. Wow, okay, I made this video like uncomfortably long, but you get the gist of it. I'm putting on some sunscreen. This is one of the ones I got from free from Mecca, so thanks Mecca for that. I am already a bit sunburnt because on the first day we weren't wearing sunscreen and we got on the boat and got fried. Also, quick question. So there's a bidet next to our toilet. We haven't used it because, I don't know, or I guess we're just a little bit scared. So do you just like use the bidet and then what? Do you just drip dry? Like, what do you do? Do you use the toilet paper to dry yourself? Do you just pull your pants back up when you're wet down there? I don't know. Like, what are we supposed to do? Anyway, I had a quick brekkie and then Jackson thought it would be super fun. Oh wow, the humidity is really ruining my camera here. Anyway, so Jackson had this fun idea that we just like walk the whole island, which this is a really small island, so it's very walkable. But we wanted to go to this beach club that we ended up finding a sign for that was all the way at the top of this mountain. So we had to walk up in the heat for about 25 minutes. I don't know how long it was, but super fun. definitely worth the view, but I was walking up and I was just so angry at Jackson. I was like, seriously, like, why do we have to pick the bar that's on top of the mountain? But seriously, the view was worth it. It was amazing. It definitely had like Greek vibes. So you can see on the other side, there is Nusa Ceningan. We are on Nusa Ceningan. Jackson got a smoothie bowl, and then I ended up getting some prawns. But I'm scared to get off the shells on my own prawns because if it has eyes, it freaks me out. So I made Jackson do that because I am a passenger princess. Anyway, just enjoy these views because stunning. We are definitely going to be back here another time, but I think I'm going to have to convince Jackson for us to take the moped because I really do not want to walk all the way up again because it was a lot. Is there anything you want to say, Jackson? Okay, Jackson doesn't want to say anything. So yeah, just enjoy these views. We were here for quite a few hours and we went in the pool. I'm pretty sure I'm getting like sun heating. I don't know, but I had like a killer migraine for the rest of the afternoon. I am a Scandinavian. I am built for winter, not for laying out in the sun all day. So I'm definitely drinking a ton of water, but I just keep getting migraines. Oh, and then this umbrella fell, and I was scared it was going to impale us, so we ended up moving our bed. After we walked down the hill and left that club, we went to another beach club. This one I'm pretty sure is Aussie owned because this clothing brand I follow on Instagram. We hung out here for a little bit, but the sun was just killing me. I was ready to go in the shade, be in just complete darkness, drink a ton of water because I had a really bad migraine. Again, really cool how you could see the seaweed farmers out on the low tide. We went back, showered, got ready for dinner, and then we watched the sunset, which this is our first sunset since we've been here, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and the food was really good. We ended up sitting next to a family that was also from Perth, like, wow, small world. And the dad, he offered to take our photo for us, which was really sweet, and then while he's taking our photo, his kid, like, fell and cut his eyebrow open. We felt so bad. Okay, wow, these views are stunning. We're definitely going to be coming back here because the food was really good. I got watermelon juice, a chicken, basil, avocado, pesto, pasta. Jackson got fajitas. And then we ended up seeing fireworks, which I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's a festival or something, but it was really pretty and it was so fun to watch. But then after that, we just came back to our hotel. And now we're in bed, ready to go to bed. Oh, also we got dessert, and then Jackson looks at me dead in the face and just says, "Do you want some?" Like, there's nothing left, babe. Okay, I have nothing else to say, so that's all for now. Bye! Hey guys, it's another day on Nusa Ceningan. Today we have a goal of mopeding around the entire island. But first we tried to stop at the Limbangan Spa, which I don't know why it's called Limbangan Spa because this is on Nusa Ceningan. Anyway, they told us to come back later because they were too busy at the moment, and so that's what we're gonna do. We stopped and got coffee at the Nomad, and it was so yummy. The guy does a special kind of thing with the coffee beans. He explained it all and how he mixes coffee. I can't remember everything that he said, but it was so yummy. And then it's pay what you want, which is really, really sweet. But also the views were incredible. So drinking our coffee, looking at the view, amazing morning. We then scooted around for a bit, and the locals here are so kind. When we stopped, we were trying to look and find a place on the maps. Some people just stopped to help us, told us where to go, gave us good recommendations, and that's how we ended up at the Next Level Cafe. And also, while we were on our way here, we stopped and bought some jewelry from these kids on the side of the road, and they were so sweet. They kept giving us hugs and holding our hands and telling us, like, showing us a bunch of different stuff. After a yummy breakfast, we then went and got an aloe vera massage and a candle earwax. And if you saw that video, like, the wax in my ear was so gross. Jackson had an aloe vera massage and I had an aloe vera facial and then the ear candle wax. And then the lady goes, "Do you want to see the earwax?" And I was like, hell yeah, I want to see the earwax. And then as I'm looking it over, she goes, "So dirty." And I'm like, yeah, it's nasty. Then after our massages, we decided to go the opposite way around the island, which we can't actually go around the entire island because some of the locals told us that the roads are broken and it's really hard to do a full lap. So after stopping at our apartment real quick, got some stickers that I brought with for my bullet journal, and I thought I could just give those out to the kids if we see them again. And I also brought my Polaroid camera with me. And then we went to the cliff for lunch, which was an absolute incredible view. We ended up swimming there for a little while. And then on our way down, we saw these little girls, I think they were sisters, selling a bunch of bracelets and jewelry. So again, we had to stop. So we bought some things. I got for my nieces and nephews, and then I gave them a bunch of stickers. I ended up giving them like all of the stickers that I had, and then I took the pictures on the Polaroid and each gave them their own little copy. We went back to our hotel and just sat by the pool for a bit because it was a lot quieter than the cliff was. It was getting really busy. And then we got dressed for dinner and we went all the way back up to the top of the mountain so that we can watch the sunset from here, which, wow, incredible. We just got some drinks here and then we shared a Caesar salad, and seriously, this view is amazing. And again, you can see the low tide, which is just so crazy to me about how the tide is low now. We decided to leave while it's still a bit light out because we were scared of driving down in the dark because it is really steep and a lot of parts are gravel roads, which I'm happy I did because it's just better to be safe than sorry, I guess. Anyway, so then we made it back to my beach. We've been here before, but the dessert here was really, really good. So we decided to get some dinner here. I had the grilled seafood. It wasn't my favorite. It was good. It's just I don't think I was into as much seafood as I thought I was. And then we of course got our little brownie dessert and we split that. And then here is some of the Indonesian snacks, which I always find really interesting when you go into stores and like see what kind of snacks they offer when you're in different countries. We came back and I saw my kitty again. I haven't seen him in like a day, so I was really excited to see him. Now we're on our next day, Wednesday. We woke up bright and early because we have our first excursion today. Our excursion people picked us up from our hotel on mopeds, which was really fun. I was feeling pretty anxious this morning. I don't really know why. I think I was just really nervous about getting scared and then ruining the trip or something. I had my travel sickness bands on and I took extra travel sickness medicine, and I'm really glad I did because between the boat and the driving, I would have been throwing up if I didn't prepare. The water was so rough and the roads, oh my God, I was clutching my pearls while we're going up and down this mountain. There was no road barriers. I was so scared we could just topple over at any point. I mean, our driver was a fantastic driver. He was a really great tour guide. Obviously, we trusted him, but I was so scared. I found myself just holding my breath at so many different points. But once we made it to our locations, like, wow, the view was insane. I just can't even believe that this is real life. Our tour guide was putting in work, taking our pictures and videos. He was so fantastic. These were pretty busy areas. We were there early in the morning, so there wasn't as many people. We could tell more people were coming in as we were leaving. This location I have seen on Pinterest so many times, and I did not realize how steep those steps were. It was so scary standing on the edge. There's also a bunch of monkeys around. And then we went and had a yummy lunch before we drove back to the harbor and got on our boat so that we could go snorkeling. Our first stop for our snorkeling was Manta Bay, and if you are really, really wanting to see manta rays, which we really wanted to see, make sure you book an excursion that goes to Manta Point because you're more likely to see manta rays there. So we didn't end up seeing manta rays, but we did see sea turtles, a bunch of fish. We actually got to feed the fish. They gave us some bread and we jumped in and the fish came and ate the bread out of our hands, which kind of freaked me out a little bit because I didn't like the feeling of them like nibbling on my fingers. They also had an underwater camera, and I can't wait to get those videos back. I'm definitely going to upload them. It was a really long day, so we got some snacks. And then when we came back to our hotel, Kitty was waiting on the chair for me. And now, look at my hair. I forgot to put on my hair mask before we got in the ocean, so I was stuck with my hair just looking like an absolute rat nest. It felt disgusting, so I put in my hair mask and just let that sit for a while. It's just coconut oil, argan oil, and olive oil, I think I put in it. I don't know. I made a video about it before. We then showered and got ready for dinner. We just had a really chill night. We went to Naomi's, which was probably the best food I've had since we've been on this island. On our walk home, we saw some fireworks, and then this dog followed us for a couple blocks, which was so cute. We were so pooped, so off to bed for us.
Hey guys, it's been another few days on Nusa Ceningan. Today we took the scooter because we wanted to go up to the top of the mountain so that we could go to this new beach club. The goal while we're staying here is to try a new beach club or new restaurant every single day. And so far, we're doing pretty well. We've had a few repeats, but overall, there's still a lot of places we haven't been to yet, and it's a pretty small island. The beach club we went today, they had an ice bath, a sauna, a zip line, an infinity pool, a cafe, a restaurant. It was stacked. And I think they also had villas too that you can rent out. Me and my husband both obviously had to do the zip line because how cool is that? The water was so beautiful too, and I kept thinking, like, if I fall in, how can I get out? Like, am I gonna have to swim out? Do I swim to the rocks and just try to stay there until I get rescued? Oh, and then while I was waiting for my turn to go on the zip line, I was watching these sea turtles. I actually saw 3 of them, but I only got a video of 1. Anyway, then it was my turn to do the zip line, and this was so much fun. I definitely want to do it again. It was only $15 Australian, I think. We ended up staying pretty much the whole day at this beach club. We went swimming, had lunch. I had a smoothie, and my husband had a banana smoothie, and then I had a chicken burger, and I forget what my husband had. I got super burnt this day too. So we went back after a couple of hours, and there was a kitty cat. He was waiting for me again. I absolutely love him so much. We showered and got ready and then went to a new restaurant, and these were the best spring rolls I've had since we've been on Nusa Ceningan. Here I am feeding another one of the local dogs. I wish I could take every single one of them home with me. I love them so much. Got some fried banana, and now it is the next morning. I'm having some fruit and orange juice for Brecky. Here is one of my other favorite dogs. He is the host of our hotel's dog, I'm pretty sure. We decided to walk into the main part of town today, and we're trying out Sea Breeze Ceningan. This beach club was super pretty, and it had really good food and drinks. I just had watermelon juice. I seriously drink so much fruit juice every single day. I'm obsessed with it. And then I had a tuna poke bowl, which also was so good. I've been craving it ever since I got one the other day. But that beach club was getting a little too crowded. There were a bunch of kids running around, which is fine, which is great, but they were like jumping around us in the pool. So we're like, let's go to another beach club. So that's what we did, and I saw this little hermit crab, and then we got in the water for a little bit, and we sat on the swings, and I wanted to sit on the hammock. By the way, do you say hammock or hammock? I always say hammock, but I didn't really sit in the hammock because I didn't like how slimy it felt. We had a little snack, and then we started walking back, and that's where I saw all of these little crabs because it's now low tide again. And then, of course, little kitty cat Meow Meow was greeting me. Here's this guy riding on a scooter with his big husky. I don't know if you could really tell in the video because I didn't take a long enough video, but whatever. We got ready for dinner and then went to another little restaurant. This is my favorite dog I have seen on the island. He is so precious. I've gone back so many times to try to find him, and I haven't seen him since. I would die for him. He's so cute. I had the prawn mango salad and some fish tacos, and then we made a little kitty cat friend as well. And then we got some fried bananas, and I've been obsessed with fried bananas because they're so yummy. I eat them all the time now. And then our little puppy dog friend followed us part of the way home. He was so cute. He kept like trying to play with Jackson and jumping on his legs. Oh, he's so cute. Anyway, that's all for now. Bye.
Hi guys, not gonna lie, it's been a rough last few days, but I decided to go on a little walk and get coffee for myself this morning because I was mad at my husband and he was taking too long, so I decided to go by myself. Can't tell you why I was mad at him. I literally don't remember, but I'm about to get my period, so that probably has something to do with it. Anyway, so I got my coffee, read my book, watched these little puppies play, and then my husband did join me. I had like this chili avocado egg sandwich, which was really yum. And then we went to Nusa Ceningan so we could go to the ATM, and we did a little bit of shopping. We're not sure if we can take any wood back into Australia, but I really want to get a souvenir. I love getting art from local artists whenever I travel. I did get a gift for my brother, and then we decided to go to a new beach club. We have now done almost every single beach club on the Nusa Ceningan. It was a bit of a windy, cloudy day, but the pool actually felt really, really nice. It was still very warm. But we had some lunch, and I saw this crab. Poor thing had died. But we just kind of hung out here, read a book. I swung on the swing for a bit, which made me nauseous because I get motion sickness with literally everything that I do. Jackson has been obsessed with smoothie bowls. He gets them almost every single day now. And then I got an ocean soup, which was really yum. Probably weird to get soup because it's still relatively warm out, but whatever. I love soup. We decided to go on Nusa Ceningan since we have the scooter today, and we just went exploring and traveled all around to see where we want to go when we're staying on there next week. Did some more shopping. I only got postcards because I collect them. I saw this really pretty dress, but it just it did not look good on. There was a few dresses I tried on, but just none of them were really looking good, and they were like $65. Like, I'm not paying that. That's still so expensive. We had a really nice dinner, and then we went somewhere else for dessert. Saw some koi fish, and then that was today. We just went to bed after this. And then a new morning. It was rainy today, the first time it's rained since we've been here. So I just sat on the patio and did some journaling and had my fruit and orange juice for Brecky. And then we went over to Nusa Ceningan again. And this is why I'm kind of scared to go on this bridge, yellow bridge, because look at those holes in the grates. Like, that's scary. Tried a new spot today. This one was really nice. It was right on the water, so it was very peaceful and calm. I got a full body massage, and then I also got a facial. It was great, but my one complaint is that my lady kept going to leave. Like, she probably left 10 times throughout my massage, and then like another 10 times throughout my facial to go greet people, which is fine. I get it, you gotta work and stuff and you gotta do that, but it's also like each time was a couple minutes, so I would just be sitting there on the table like naked. We went to a new beach club, but ended up leaving because they wanted to charge like $15,000 or $15 Australian just to go in the pool. Ended up going to a different beach club where I had an enchilada, and then probably a couple hours after that, I started throwing up my guts and got really sick. I obviously have Bali belly. Spent the whole night running to the bathroom. The next morning, my husband tried to get me to eat some fruit and toast. I ate a little bit because I was feeling a little bit better. And of course, we had to get our smoothie bowls. We had a pretty rough night last night. Like, my fever was breaking. And then my husband woke up because he hears some rustling on the floor. So he gets up, he sees that like something was eating these little crackers that we had left out on the floor, whatever. So we're like, what is eating it? Is it like roaches? Like, what is going on? But we didn't see anything. So we go back to sleep, wake up again, and we still hear this rustling. We're like, what is going on? What is it? So my husband gets up and he's like searching around the room, and I'm still like half asleep, and I'm like, what is happening? What's going on? And then I see this fat mouse is in our room. So I scream like, there's a mouse. So it was like over here, and I scream and see it, and my husband like kind of like is like standing here, and the mouse runs all the way over here up the wall. I've never seen a mouse scale a wall like that. And then it runs like over the rafters all the way out to here and like into the bathroom. There's an open ceiling, and I like that's how it was getting in and out. But it was so freaky. So we take all of the food that we had in here, and it was just like crackers and stuff, and we take it outside, and then we hear rustling again at like 3 a.m. and we're kidding, there's no more food in here. And then we realized that we had forgotten food on our nightstand. It was like these crackers, and the mouse was trying to get into it. Ugh, disgusting. I mean, I love mice, but I don't want them in my things. I think they're very cute creatures, but literally don't want them in my things. So then we had to take that outside, and then we didn't hear about the mouse ever again. But nasty. It's our last few days on Nusa Ceningan, so every morning I have to wake up and give my kitty some love. Jackson thinks I'm a weirdo because this is actually our neighbor's cat, and every single day I have full-on conversations with the cat, but I never talk to the owner. Even in front of the owner, I'm just like yapping away to his cat. Oh wait, sorry, this video is not in the morning. This is actually at night. This is my first time going out since having Bali belly. Jackson had to give me a pep talk to go out because I was so scared about getting Bali belly again. But we had a really nice dinner. It was really cool with the lighting and everything, watching the farmers out. As we were leaving though, I saw a mouse run across the counter as we were paying, and it went like up the roof and then across the counter. It was sick. And then I had to take some more Hydrolite, which is my saving grace while after recovering from Bali belly. We went and dropped off our laundry the next morning, and then drove up to the cliffs where we got some pizza and calamari. This is one of the scarier drives because the road is really not great, but the view is amazing. That's Nusa Ceningan over there. The pool is always very nice and clean too, and the food's great. My only issue is that because we're up high, it's a little bit chillier and colder, so we didn't get in the pool this day just because it was quite chilly. So we went back to our place and we said hello to our pupper dog and the kitty cat, and then we just hung out and tanned by the pool for a bit. Once we showered and got ready for dinner, we tried to go to a new place, but as you can see, the beach area was closed and where the restaurant was supposed to be, so we had to go back down these very sketchy roads. And then we went back to the place where I'm pretty sure I got Bali belly from. Jackson really wanted dessert here, so we went back, and thankfully I didn't get sick again. I just had some avocado toast, so pretty simple. And honestly, the view here is so gorgeous, so even if I did get sick again, I wouldn't mind just for the view. That's a joke. I hated Bali belly. The symptoms were crazy. I never thought it was as much as it was. I thought it was just diarrhea. Spoiler, it's not. But we did get some dessert, and it was a bit disappointing, not gonna lie. Mine was gluten-free, and it tasted like it was made out of soy, which we're just not really big fans of. Anyway, next morning we went out scootering, and we went back to the first beach club that we went to when we came to this island. And we thought it'd be nice to end on this note too, because we really do love this beach club. I think it's called Suko. Got some water. I had a tuna poke bowl, and then Jackson got a pizza. He's obsessed with pizza. He could eat it for the rest of his life. We swam and tanned here for a bit, and I got to sit on this net thingy. We had to go across Yellow Bridge to Lambangan to go to the ATM, and then when we got back, my kitty cat was waiting for me on the chair, and so was our pup. We've left water out for him, so there's Jackson trying to get him to drink.
Meow.
Kitty cat, or Meow Meow, did not like this dog. He was being so rude to him, even though the dog was not bothering him. It's our last night on Nusa Ceningan, so we went to Mahana Point, which was so gorgeous, and we just watched the sunset, and wow, these views were amazing. The food was okay. It wasn't the best that we had, but it was good, and it was filling, and you know, that's all that really matters. You can also do cliff jumping here, which I would love to do. I'm just not a really good swimmer, and I think the waves are a bit too strong for me, so I'd probably drown and die. We had some great entertainment here too. While we were eating dinner, we saw this mouse kept running around. We actually saw two of them. They kept running around, so that kept us entertained during dinner. Ever since we saw that first mouse, I feel like every single day since then we've seen so many mice. Every single day, it's like unlocked all the other mice for us. And as you can tell in that one video, we had to move from our first spot because we kept getting splashed by the waves. And here's Jackson getting mad at me, telling me to go to the bathroom because I kept farting in bed. Goodbye.